I want to make a video about the current situation in Sri Lanka and if it's worth coming for you to come. So at the moment, you probably heard that there's the Forex, the foreign reserve issue going on at the moment, which basically means that Sri Lanka doesn't have enough USD, doesn't have enough foreign exchange currency to pay for things like fuel, for diesel, for milk powder, for a lot of these commodities, which making it very hard for Sri Lankan people to live basically at the moment. You know, like if you go to the petrol station, there's no diesel, a lot of places don't have petrol, there's power cuts because the furnaces can't, they use diesel to power the generators, the deep furnaces, so they can't power that at the moment, so they have power cuts. It's dry season, so the hydro is very low, so that's another issue. So they have a lot of issues at the moment. They've just refloated the currency, which means that basically it's an open market now. Before they had stuck it at about 200 USD per, no, 200 rupee per USD, and that was using up a lot of exchange. And now it's floated, and at the moment I think it's like 275 to 280 at the moment, to something like this. It changes a lot at the moment. Yeah. And yeah, so I guess the question is what it's like here at the moment. Looking maybe like 5 hours of power cuts a day. Today we had 4.5. So 11 o'clock to 1:30, and then at 6 o'clock, the time is now 5:30. I am currently eating early because it means I have a fan, and if I eat during the power cut, I don't have a fan and I sweat heaps. So, hot tip. Yeah, so basically about 5 hours today, 4 hours, 4.5 hours today of power cuts. So if you're a digital nomad, it makes it very hard, you know, because you need internet, you need power, you need fan as well if you're gonna be sitting there. I go to the Marriott, which is a 5-star hotel, just at the cafe. They have a generator, and I use my data of my phone, which makes it easy for me to if you're elsewhere, it's gonna be a lot harder to do. So if you're a digital nomad, I would maybe consider going somewhere else. I think maybe like Thailand, Vietnam, something like, if you want to surf, Bali is also open at the moment. Yeah, but if you're wanting to travel, Sri Lanka is amazing. It's just so cheap, so cheap. I'm having a banana lassi, a katu, which is like roti bread, cut up chicken and vegetable egg for 600, which is €2, roughly €2, maybe less now because of the inflation, the currency devaluation. So yeah, so if you're here just to like visit, I think it's like amazing to come and visit. There's so much to do, there's so much surfing here. Apparently in Waligana, you can go anywhere along the coast. At the moment, in April to May, the season changes and it's going to be on the other side. It's going to be on the east coast. I cannot speak for the east, I've never even been there, but I've heard it's very nice, so no worries. You know, the people are so friendly, everyone's so happy, everyone's just amazing, so much to see. You can go safari, you can go do your scuba. I did my scuba diving lessons, I did my advanced, I think I paid €600. €600 for my open water, and my advanced is about 6 to 7 days. So now I can go anywhere in the world and dive with my paddy course. Yeah, you can go hiking, there's lots of nice hikes you can do, you can go to the mountains, a lot of surfing, mainly surfing I would say. There's no real big city life, it's all just a small village, so if that's what you like, perfect. Yeah, so if you're here to digital nomad, I would probably avoid it. If you're here to have a holiday, well, I would say definitely come. It's really nice, it's very easy. You basically pay €10 for this insurance, and yeah, and you just come. You don't even know if you need a PCR anymore. I think it might just be a rapid test now as well. So it's making it a lot easier when you arrive. It's straightforward. Yeah, very easy, no stress. Yeah, so there's my banana lassi. Thank you. Talking about my banana lassi. Tasty. It was like 300, 350, 400. Like €1 or something. Yeah. So yeah, that's my recommendation. It's all just normal life here basically. You can tell the prices are going up though. And people are in the restaurants and stuff, they are increasing the prices, but that's just because it's worth less, you know. So I think for the locals, it's going to start getting more difficult. But hopefully, it starts improving once the currency finds its natural point. So that's my recommendation. If you're a digital nomad, I would avoid. If you're here on holiday, definitely come. That is my recommendation. Yeah, just a little bit more about like what it's like living here at the moment. It's hot. It's super hot. Lots of mosquitoes. Hot mosquitoes. It's a dry season, so there's no rain really. So it's like 29. If it's 29, it's gonna be like 85 degrees humidity, 5% sorry, and it's gonna be it's insane. You kind of get used to it after a few weeks, but still it's crazy. Yeah, very relaxed, very island life, you know, it's very chill, everything's very slow. The buses are not, maybe I can see, maybe you will see a bus go past. Okay, that was a little bit disappointing. Normally they just go straight past, they beep, 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 and then just go. Like, the only thing that's really, really fast in Sri Lanka is the buses. They are crazy, but it's an experience. And I love going on them. It's amazing, it's really nice. Yeah, so very hot, very nice. People are very friendly still. One thing I think is it's hard to keep track of like what is an acceptable price for a tuk-tuk, for example. The petrol's gone up. I've been here for 2 months and the petrol's gone up maybe 4 or 5 times, you know. They've got the currency devaluation, they've got the Ukraine war, and it's just kind of all piling up. And it's really sad to see. Yeah, so I just hope the economy, the people start improving, you know. Yeah. And then there was the whole fertilizer thing. So basically the government said, no, you cannot use chemical fertilizer, which is probably a good thing, right, for the health, but bad because it reduces the output so much. So yeah, it's really tough. People are finding it tough in the hills as well. Yeah, I would definitely recommend coming. It's beautiful, especially if you like surfing. Surfing is amazing, really consistent, and yeah, really nice. So you can go to Europe, to Sri Lanka, and then to Bali if you wanted to do a small trip in each place. But yeah, go onto the hills, go Adams Peak, go Kandy. Colombo for 1 or 2 days is fine, you go swimming. I had an infection, I had to go to the doctor, I had this massive blister on my foot, I had to go to the doctor, I paid €30, that was for hospital visit to see the doctor, that was for like 5 different antibiotics, that was for 3 other doctor visits, changed my bandages, that was all for the bandages, that was for the sterilization. I think a total of this was €30, so it's very cheap, there's a lot of tourists here, so it's very nice too. It's very comfortable, I suppose, if that's what you're after. You can always go into more local places. Yeah, so you can do as you wish. Yeah, so I mean, you have no real worries when you come here. What would I say? I would say get insurance, for sure. It's not the cleanest place. There's a lot of mosquitoes around, so you always want to be careful. Yeah, try the kotu, rice and curry, kotu, roti, so much nice food. It can get a bit like same after a while. There's not much green vegetables here. There's a lot of the fruit is amazing. There's not many green vegetables, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, what can you do? It's not a reason not to come though. The fruit is just, yeah, I mean, I've never had fruit so tasty, you know, in Southeast Asia. This wild is so amazing. Yeah, that's probably my sum up of Sri Lanka. It's very cheap, it's very nice, everyone's friendly. Economic issues, but I think if you're traveling, you don't notice so much. Yeah.